Alright, so now what we're going to do is we are going to turn improper fractions to mixed numbers. So the first thing that I want for you guys to realize is like the first section, which is mixed numbers to improper fractions, you will just upload your work on the digital notebook like on the same page. It doesn't have to be for each problem in this one because we have more problems here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take this improper fraction and now we have to do the opposite and turn that into a mixed number. So number 1 says 55 over 6. So here's what we have to do. If I want to turn this into a mixed number, we actually have to divide. And what we're going to use is long division. So we're going to set up our long division symbol. And remember, what we're trying to find out is how many times does 6 go into 55? So 55 goes inside of the symbol, and 6 goes outside because we want to know how many times 6 goes into 55. So here's what we know. 55 doesn't perfectly go into 6, right? But it's close. How do I know this? Because 9 times 6 is 54. So I'm going to figure out what's left over. So I'm going to subtract 55 with 54. And what I get is the remainder. And that's basically what the mixed number is like how much is left over from dividing. And so here, there's actually one extra one. Like, the remainder is like, how much extra do you have left? And I basically have one extra. So then, we're going to take our remainder, and that becomes the new numerator. So this would be 9 and 1 over, and the denominator stays the same. Remember, the denominator always stays the same. So it would be 9 and 1, 6. So when I type this right here, we're going to put 9 and 1 over 6. Make sure you put a space in between these, okay, to show that there's the whole number and there's the fraction. Okay, so I'm going to go over also number 2. So for number 2, we have 75 over 7. Okay, first step, we set up our long division symbol. Great. Second step, I take my numerator, I put it inside of my division symbol, or long division symbol, and the denominator is outside because we want to know how many times does 7 fit into 75. Great. So I know that 75 is not a multiple of 7, doesn't go perfectly, or 7 doesn't go perfectly into 75. So now, as a mixed number, I have to find out by how much extra do I have? So I know that 7 goes into 75 at least 10 times. So now I'm going to subtract 75 with 70, because 10 times 7 is 70, and I find out how much is left over. So that means we have 5 extra. So I'm going to, again, take the remainder. The remainder becomes the numerator. So this would be 10 and 5 over, and like I said, the denominator stays the same. So our answer here would be 10 space 5 over 7. Okay. So, last one, again, for part 3, I'm going to just like help you set it up. So we have 50 over 7, and so how you would set this up, again, we have long division. The numerator goes inside, denominator is outside, and figure out how many times does 7 go into 50. Okay, so you're going to try now this on your own and see if you could figure this out. Now, once you're done, you're just going to upload the pages for each section on the digital notebook.